In 1972, every Friday night, millions of American families gathered around their televisions to watch Marcia Brady, the flawless daughter on the Brady Bunch. But what viewers never saw was the reality waiting when the cameras stopped rolling. Maureen McCormick stepped away from the spotlight and into a far more troubled world. A home shaped by fear and control. A mother hiding a painful truth. And a young girl quietly battling loneliness and addiction. The rarely seen private photos of Maureen are more than personal keepsakes. They are visual clues to a complicated inner struggle. What truly happened the night she returned home after that reality show? And why do some say that once you learn the full story, you will never see Marcia Brady the same way again? Stay with us as we uncover what fame tried to hide. Maureen McCormick was born on August 5, 1956, and raised in California's San Fernando Valley. The youngest of 4 children, she grew up with her parents, Irene and Richard McCormick, in a household filled with affection but also pressure to succeed. At just 6 years old, Maureen had her first brush with fame when she entered the San Fernando Valley beauty pageant. She didn't just participate, she won. That victory caught the attention of a talent manager who immediately recognized her natural poise, charm, and ease in front of the camera. He would soon help shape the foundation of her acting career. By the age of 8, Maureen appeared in a national Mattel commercial, smiling alongside Barbie dolls, an image that quietly imprinted itself on a generation of young viewers. That brief commercial opened the door to television. Soon, Maureen was landing roles on popular shows like Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, and My 3 Sons. Her schedule filled quickly, but to her, it still felt like play. Acting was a place where she felt accepted, admired, and applauded. Everything changed in 1969. Producer Sherwood Schwartz, already successful, with Gilligan's Island, was developing a new sitcom about a blended family with 3 boys and 3 girls. More than 260 children auditioned, but one stood out immediately. 12-year-old Maureen McCormick, radiating confidence and warmth. She was cast as Marcia Brady, the oldest daughter on the Brady Bunch. The role brought instant recognition, but it also quietly became a weight she would carry for decades. From its earliest episodes, the show captured America's attention. The iconic opening sequence, 9 squares arranged in a 3x3 grid, became a cultural landmark, later known as the Brady Bunch effect. Maureen, with her signature blonde hair, appeared in the top left square, an image forever etched into television history. But behind the polished smiles, life on set wasn't always harmonious. With 6 child actors working long hours together, tension was unavoidable. Friction often surfaced between Maureen and Eve Plum, who played her younger sister Jan. Writers eventually folded that real-life tension into the show, turning it into believable sibling rivalry. Off-camera, however, the reasons were far more awkward. McCormick later claimed Plum frequently passed gas on set and sometimes walked around unclothed, moments she said she witnessed more than once. Beyond those uncomfortable situations, the demands of working with a large cast of children brought constant challenges. In 1973, a minor car accident unexpectedly altered Maureen's appearance. The crash left her nose bruised and swollen, impossible to hide during filming. Rather than halting production, the writers created a storyline to explain it. That decision resulted in one of the show's most famous episodes. The moment Marcia is hit in the face with a football and cries, "Oh, my nose," became a legendary television scene, still referenced and parodied decades later. Yet while audiences saw wholesome family comedy, real-life drama simmered behind the scenes. Adolescence brought emotional confusion to the young cast. Maureen, America's picture-perfect daughter, developed feelings for Barry Williams, who played her on-screen brother, Greg. Both later admitted the attraction was mutual. One private moment in Barry's dressing room grew unexpectedly intense until a knock at the door abruptly ended it. Complications continued when Barry later admitted he also had a crush on Florence Henderson, who played their stepmother. Meanwhile, Maureen carried secrets of her own. In her memoir, Here's the Story, Surviving Marcia Brady and Finding My True Voice, she revealed she once had a crush on Robert Reed, unaware at the time that he was gay. Years later, she joked during a radio interview that she and Eve Plumb once shared a brief romantic moment, a comment she later clarified was meant humorously, though Plumb reportedly did not appreciate it. When Oprah Winfrey invited the cast for a reunion, Eve Plumb was the only one who declined to appear. Beyond acting, the cast also ventured into music, releasing 4 albums and touring nationally. During that time, Maureen grew closer to Barry Williams, but her most frequent singing partner was Christopher Knight. The two even released a duet album together, becoming a popular musical pairing of the era. Despite its legacy, the Brady Bunch was never a ratings juggernaut during its original run. Its true success emerged later through reruns, eventually cementing its place in American pop culture. By 19, Maureen was wealthy, famous, and instantly recognizable. Yet behind the fame was a family life filled with turmoil. Her mother struggled with mental illness, as did one of her brothers. Her father grew increasingly rigid in his religious beliefs, enforcing strict rules at home. The most painful revelation came when Maureen learned of a family medical history long kept hidden. Her grandmother had been institutionalized after contracting syphilis, which later affected her mother. Discovering this shattered Maureen's idealized image of her family. Overwhelmed by the contrast between her public image and private reality, Maureen turned to partying and drugs as an escape. The behavior escalated, leading to serious consequences. Between the ages of 18 and 20, she underwent 3 abortions, experiences she later described as the result of reckless living and complete loss of control. During this period, she missed a life-changing opportunity. After days of partying, she arrived exhausted and unwell to an audition with Steven Spielberg for Raiders of the Lost Ark. She did not get the role. The chance slipped away. Rumors later circulated that a producer once told her she would never work in Hollywood again. Still, Maureen persisted, appearing in guest roles on Happy Days, Donnie and Marie, The Love Boat, and Fantasy Island. She longed for dramatic credibility, but faced repeated rejection. An audition for Midnight Express ended in disappointment when the director couldn't see past Marcia Brady. In 1981, she returned to familiar territory in The Brady Girls Get Married. Behind the scenes, however, she was still struggling with addiction. When she failed to show up one day, producers imposed strict rules, including forbidding her from driving herself to set. Around this time, Maureen met Michael Cummings and became determined to build a stable future. Their relationship survived relapses, and they married in 1985. Recovery was long and difficult. Among her doctors was Eugene Landy, whose controversial methods later left her feeling more lost than healed. Eventually, she walked away from his care and committed to sobriety one day at a time. She later used Prozac to manage depression, slowly regaining stability. Career attempts continued, including Return to Horror High, notable for featuring George Clooney in his film debut. Motherhood arrived in 1989 with the birth of her daughter, Natalie Michelle. Though joyful, anxiety lingered. Theater revived her passion, followed by a country album in 1995. Despite her request, the album was marketed heavily with Brady references, damaging her hopes of reinvention. Still, new opportunities followed. In 1997, she starred in Get to the Heart, the Barbara Mandrell story. Though reviews were mixed, the film drew nearly 20 million viewers. After personal loss and family conflict, Maureen faced another downturn before re-emerging through reality television. On Celebrity Fit Club, she broke records and reclaimed confidence. Later appearances revealed a calmer, grounded woman, no longer relying on shock value for attention. In the end, Maureen made peace with her past. Once resentful of the Marcia Brady name, she now sees it as part of her survival story. She is no longer just the girl from America's favorite sitcom. She is proof that reinvention is possible even after the spotlight fades.